Morning, everybody. This is Captain Matthew Leach, the New Hampshire Recruiting Company Commander. I will be narrating a portion of today's award ceremony for outgoing First Sergeant Brian J. Tuve, and we will proceed with the change of responsibility. To start, we will start with First Sergeant Tuve's presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal. Sir?
Hey, thanks, Captain Leach. Welcome, everybody, to today's change of responsibility ceremony. First Sergeant Tuve. So we're going to conduct a ceremony today that is not only conducting a change of responsibility for the New Hampshire company, but also it's really a retirement ceremony for First Sergeant Tuve.
Yes, it is.
First Sergeant Tuve is going to receive the Meritorious Service Medal for his retirement award today. And the interesting thing is, you look through the service that he has provided to this nation. Not only was he an amazing NCO throughout his entire career, but like when you look at 1,300 people he has put in the Army during his career, including as the First Sergeant of New Hampshire Company, over 200. And you look at the 45 NCOs he has personally developed throughout his career, many of which received the prestigious Sergeant Audie Murphy Award. He has mentored, in our battalion alone, I think per capita, he's had more Soldiers of the Month, Soldiers of the Quarter, Soldiers of the Year award winners than any of the other companies. So we have 6 companies in the battalion. You know, First Sergeant Tuve has been excellent at taking organizations, owning that organization, and making it better as a trainer, as a mentor, as a person who facilitates improvement in the organization, and as a guy who just cares all around about the mission. And he has been amazing. You know, in the 9 months that I've been here in command in the New England Recruiting Battalion, I've gotten to see some of his accomplishments. So if you look back to some of the accomplishments, you know, not only was he an amazing recruiter throughout his career, he was one of the top station commanders in his battalion. Every single station command that he took it from where they started and left as the top station in the battalion. The top station in the battalion. And he has come, this battalion, New Hampshire Company, has a, you know, they were having some issues when he first took change of responsibility, but then when he came into the company, he started improving processes along with Captain Motes immediately. And so they went from being an average company to literally in 2019 being our top company in the battalion. And that is a testament to First Sergeant Tuve's amazing leadership, his motivation, his dedication to the team, and everything that he has done. So this retirement award today is presented on the behalf of the Commanding General of the United States Army Recruiting Command, but it is for a lifetime of service. It is for all the things he has done for the Army, and it is in recognition of every sacrifice his family has made during those 20 years. So for Nicole and the entire family, thank you for what you guys have done. This has been this is a great honor for me to be able to provide this MSM to First Sergeant Tuve today. So with that said, can we publish the orders?
Attention to orders. The Meritorious Service Medal is presented to First Sergeant Brian J. Tuve of the United States Army Recruiting Battalion, New England, for exceptionally meritorious service while dedicating over 20 years to the United States Army, culminating as a First Sergeant of the New Hampshire Recruiting Company. First Sergeant Tuve's patriotism and dedication to duty, representing the spirit of an exceptional soldier and leader who served with the utmost distinction in every assignment. His performance and professionalism reflect great credit upon him, the United States Army Recruiting Command, and the United States Army, from 1 October 2010 through 30 September 2020. Signed, Frank M. Muth, Major General, Commanding.
Woo! I was going to take it. Okay, now we'll move on to the less formal portion. Captain Leach, the floor is yours.
All right, so good morning, everybody, again. You know, with any departure from any military unit, you know, we oftentimes give gifts to recognize those that have served alongside of us. And this one, I try to put in a lot of time and effort to, you know, hey, recognize that this guy is retiring. Hey, 20 years, it's a long time. And, you know, he's put in a lot to New Hampshire Recruiting Company to make it the awesome functioning machine that it is. So, you know, your ripple effects that you've had, the good drops in the pond, they're going to last a lifetime. So we appreciate your efforts. I personally appreciate your efforts dealing with my, you know, attitudes, whatever. But, you know, on behalf of myself and the New Hampshire Recruiting Company, this is your gift.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
It's a plaque with the Mountaineer logo, New Hampshire Recruiting Company, and a pickaxe to recognize that, hey, he carried the axe for the company and really did an awesome job. So I shake your hand, but again, so thank you for
Let's do this. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Hand that to my wife real quick. So I just want to say thank you, number one, to Colonel Barbina and all the staff at the battalion, Captain Leach, Captain Motes, everybody. I'm going to keep this brief because most of my remarks are in my speech for the actual change of responsibility. However, biggest thank you goes out to all the NCOs and soldiers, station commanders within this unit. You and your families have carried this through and made this company into what it is. And I thank you all for all your hard work and sacrifice through all this time. And thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I'm very, very honored. That's going to go above my front door, and I like that it's not fastened. So.
It's ready for
ready
I'm
for
glad.
use.
Just slide it right out.
Yeah, it is.
Might have to bungee cord it just so in case I'm falling somebody's head.
I'm just worried about the children. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, with that being said, we're going to proceed with the change of responsibility ceremony. So, all right, good morning, everybody. So, really, we're here today not only to recognize First Sergeant Tuve's service, but also to transfer the responsibility from First Sergeant Brian J. Tuve and transferring the duties of First Sergeant to New Hampshire Recruiting Company, First Sergeant Lisa Bieler, incoming First Sergeant. So, at this time, we will be presenting a bouquet of red roses to the outgoing First Sergeant Tuve's spouse, Mrs. Tuve. See how it
See, there they are.
We thank Mrs. Tuve for her devotion, dedication, and tireless efforts to the soldiers and families of the New Hampshire Recruiting Company. And additionally, we will be presenting flowers for First Sergeant Lisa Bieler's two daughters, Annabelle and Elsie.
Yeah.
There you go. We also are presenting a battalion, New England Recruiting Battalion coin to Mr. Bieler for his dedication to our unit. So, continuing on, so hey, the role of First Sergeant. I have some words on the paper here that I'm not really going to go off of, but overall, First Sergeant Tuve has been, and any First Sergeant really, a guiding light for young commanders like me. And I can't say thank you enough for that. But really, the First Sergeant is the lifeblood of the Army. They keep a company together, they keep them motivated, they push platoon sergeants, station commanders, mentor young NCOs to be the best they can be. And really, they keep the Army rolling along. Overall, they can be the provider, the disciplinarian, the wise counselor, and the tough, unbending foe, the confidant, the sounding board, and everything we need in a leader, and really defines a success or failure within a company. And some, other Army counterparts, such as the German Army, like to refer to the First Sergeant as the father of the company, or the mother of the company, as what we'll have now. But overall, the First Sergeant is really that wise senior mentor to young officers who oftentimes have a lot of energy and need to be, reeled in. So, with that being said, we will proceed to the formal portion of this change of responsibility.
The New Hampshire Recruiting Company Commander, Captain Leach, will now oversee the transfer of responsibility.
Sir, I'd like to relinquish my responsibility of the New Hampshire Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the New Hampshire Recruiting Company, Captain Matthew Leach.
All right, so you get to listen to me talk a little bit more. Thank you all for joining us today. So special shout out to Mrs. Tuve. She flew out from Minnesota, where First Sergeant Tuve will be retiring with his family, for surprising us on this week. We were all kind of trying to figure out how this was going to work out. earlier this week, and then she surprised us. It was an awesome surprise on Wednesday night. So we're blessed to have you here. Thank you for coming. I was glad to have the opportunity to meet you and see you guys off in the right manner. But I'd also like to give a shout out to First Sergeant Tuve and Mrs. Tuve. They have 7 children that can't be here unfortunately, but Lane, Kaylee, Cassandra, Ryan, Carson, Weston, and Jackson. All right, it's quite the crew, and I know the Tuve family will be a more functioning and awesome unit with First Sergeant Tuve back at home helping out. That's a lot of kids, so anyways, so overall, First Sergeant Tuve, he's retiring after 20 years of service, which is an awesome achievement. Especially coming right out of high school. He's done great things for the United States Army and recruiting specifically. He spent, you tell me all the time, it's like 15 years or something. 14 years in recruiting, and he's done a phenomenal job mentoring and just ensuring that his formation is the best it can be, which is awesome. And that's what you want from a First Sergeant, and I had a lot of luck getting First Sergeant Tuve as my First Sergeant as a brand new company commander. All right, so I didn't have to fix anything, which was wild. So that being said, this ceremony is also recognizing First Sergeant Lisa Bieler. She's coming on board, incoming First Sergeant. We're excited to have you and your family here. I'm excited to take the New Hampshire Recruiting Company to the next level. And just excited to move forward. So overall, First Sergeant Tuve, thank you for your service. I know it's interesting to hear that from me, but hey, we really thank you I thank you for what you've done for me. Reeled in my, as I said before, good idea fairies, and I look forward to working with First Sergeant Bieler. That being said, your remarks.
All right, now I'm gonna get my pages wet with sanitizer, all right? So I gotta dry
At least
them
it's
off
not wet
quick.
with tears.
Well, that may come, we'll see, we'll see. We all know when we get to the family portion, it's rough. So we gotta take some breaths, just be prepared, okay? All right, so thank you for the kind words, sir, Colonel Barbina, Captain Leach, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in that couldn't be here today. So good morning, everyone. Thank you, Colonel Barbina, for the opportunity to have this ceremony in these highly unusual times. Okay, during COVID-19, coronavirus, however you want to call it. And thank you to all that are present here today in the battalion headquarters, and also to those who are watching online. So, and thank you especially to my wife, Nicole, who made the trip from Minnesota to New England to share in this special moment for both of us. It means the world to me that you are here, and I know that our kids would love to be here as well, and we both love and miss you all greatly, and Mom and Dad will both be home soon. So when I first arrived in the New Hampshire Company in October of 2017, let's just say things were a lot different. The company was having some difficult times, and there were issues abound at every turn. But through the hard work and dedication of our fine NCOs, we were slowly turning the ship onto the right path. I learned quickly that micromanaging and not providing the white space necessary was a recipe for disaster. Within my first 6 months, I learned very quickly. The answer was to treat NCOs as NCOs until proven differently. And when our NCOs were given the opportunity to lead, they stepped up in a big way. The NCOs and leaders of the New Hampshire Company led the way and became the top company in this battalion for 2 years running, and I have 100% confidence they will do it once again. And thank you, and for that, we all thank you. The NCOs and the New Hampshire Company, you're the lifeblood of the company, and we couldn't do this without you. So thank you very much, and you'll never, ever go underappreciated. And I know First Sergeant Bieler has true care and compassion for everybody as well. To Captain Leach, we had a short time together, and we have bonded quickly in our fight for our team. Whether it's building a fire pit, impromptu, or whether it's having little spats in the office on top of each other in our small little office, or having agreements and venting to each other. We definitely had some fun times as well, We had shared some laughs, and you truly have the best interest of the soldiers and their families at heart. And I know they appreciate that. You have proven to be a very smart and capable leader, and I know you have a bright future ahead of you, wherever that may be. I have learned a lot from you in this short time, and I wish you the best and continued success. Captain Moats, I know you're overseas, and I know you're watching with your beard or mustache or whatever you got going on in Saudi Arabia right now. But brother, I will have your back until the end. We had so many trials and stressful times that we overcame together, and I thank you for your care and compassion, but also for your friendship that will never go away. I will see you in Minnesota someday soon for a fishing trip in the northern boundary waters. To 1st Sergeant Bieler and your wonderful family, you have truly come in with a can-do attitude and the motivation to not only win, but to continue the professional development and personal care of our NCOs. Take care of them, and they will always take care of the mission and their teams. And always, always provide honest and professional guidance to your commander. We are the senior enlisted advisors to the commander, and they rely on our honesty and opinion to make the command the best it can possibly be. And I don't think there's anybody better they could have picked to be my successor and to help this company continue to flourish than you. So good luck to you and to your family. To our children, Lane, Kaylee, Cassie, Ryan, Carson, Weston, Jackson, and Bailey and Fawn, our dogs. I am finally all yours. This is the part where I gotta, hold on. After 20 long years of service and 1 year of being apart, I'm coming home.
You're good, First Sergeant.
And there's, you all are the real heroes, and there's no one in the world more resilient than the military child. To my wife, Nicole, you are the rock in our family, and I can never repay you for all the love, patience, and kindness you have provided to our children and to me. I love you, and thank you. Okay, now the easy part, right? The finale. Now finally, I would like to leave you with a parting thought and a quote. No matter what has happened in the past, good or bad or ugly, always persevere and set your bar high for yourself and your teams. There's a quote that I love from Dave Ramsey, and I told it to one of my station commanders who now is a 1st Sergeant, along with 2 others very shortly. The rear view mirror is smaller than the front windshield for a reason. Always look forward and never look in the past as a lesson not learned, and keep those in mind. Thank you all again. Mountaineer 7 signing off. To the top. 1st Sergeant Bieler.
Good morning, everyone that is present here at the headquarters and watching on the YouTube stream online. I would like to take this time to thank Colonel Cushing, Command Sergeant Major Kunk, Lieutenant Colonel Barbina, Command Sergeant Major Garcia for allowing me to not only assume responsibility for the New Hampshire Army Recruiting Company, but allowing me the opportunity to come home, where my recruiting career began, and that is the New England Recruiting Battalion. I would also like to thank all the mentors that I've had throughout my career that have made me the leader that I am today. Command Sergeant Major Razon, Master Sergeant McDonald, Master Sergeant Newton, Sergeant First Class Retired Michael Johnson, Command Sergeant Major Bowles, Master Sergeant Retired Evans, First Sergeant Retired Picard, Sergeant First Class Retired Whitfield, Sergeant First Class Retired Ehrlich, and Sergeant Retired Plyler, to name a few. I have learned from each of you, and for that I am forever grateful. First Sergeant Tuve, I commend you on the phenomenal work you have done with this outstanding company. Your drive and constant pursuit of excellence is evident across the Mountaineer Nation. The NCOs of this company hold you in the highest regard and are better NCOs today because you had the opportunity to lead and mentor them through this never-ending race that we call recruiting. My promise to you is that I will do my very best to care for them as you did and continue to lead them to success. I wish you and Nicole and your family all the best as you transition to this next stage. Congratulations on your retirement. You made it, battle. Enjoy. Captain Leach, I'm excited to begin this journey with you as I assume responsibility of the company. I know we will make a great command team. The challenge is great, the days will be long, but in the end, I know we will succeed. To the NCOs, Mountaineers, I am thrilled to be your new First Sergeant. My commitment to you is I promise to coach, teach, and mentor you all to the best of my ability. I will help you navigate the challenges that we face in recruiting, and throughout it all, I will be confident, positive, and we will always hunt the good stuff. To my entire family, Matthew, Annabelle, Elsie, Mom and Dad, Jennifer and Eric, Meg and Jeff, to my extended family and friends, and of course, my Army family. Thank you for all the love and support. I would not be here today without you. And lastly, I end with this. I am a First Sergeant. My job is my soldiers. Soldiers are my business. I dedicate my time and energy to their needs, their health, morale, discipline, and welfare. I grow in strength by strengthening my soldiers. My job is done in faith. The Army is my life. I share it with my soldiers. I believe in the creed of the non-commissioned officer, accomplishment of my mission, and the welfare of my soldiers. My job is my soldiers. Soldiers are my business. Mountaineer 7, signing on to the net, to the top. Sir, this concludes the ceremony.
Take charge of the company. Mountaineers.
To the top.
Thank you all for joining us for today's ceremony. We'll have some refreshments after this at your home, and enjoy. To the Tuve family, congratulations on an amazing career. To First Sergeant Bieler, good luck with the company. And thank you all for joining us today. Great job, Captain Leach and team. Have a great weekend. Patriots pride.
Patriots win!